Welcome back. Solving exponential equations. To solve the exponential equations, we have here many rules. The first rule, if a raised to the power n equals a raised to the power m, we have here the same bases. Then we will deduce that the two powers are the same or are equal. Now we will get that n equals m. For example, he said complete 3 raised to the power x equals 9, then x equals what? To find the value of x here, just we will try to make the two bases are the same. We have here 9, we can write 9 as 3 squared. Now we will get here 3 raised to the power x equals 3 squared. Then we have here the same base, then x equals 2. Second, 2 raised to the power x minus 1 equals 32. We can write 32 as 2 raised to the power 5. We studied before the exponential form of 32. We will get that 2 raised to the power x minus 1 equals 2 raised to the power 5. We have here the same base, then just equate the two powers. X minus 1 equals 5. To find the value of x, just move -1 to the other side to be added. X equals 5 plus 1, then x equals 6. The value of x equals 6. The third one, 2 raised to the power 2x minus 1 equals 1 over 8. We studied before that 1 over 8, the exponential form, it will be 2 raised to the power -2. We can write it as 2 raised to the power 2x minus 1 equals 2 raised to the power -2 or -3. We will have here the two bases are the same. Then we will get 2x minus 1 equals -3. Move -1 to other side to be added. We will get 2x equals -3 plus 1. 2x equals -3 plus 1 equals -2. Dividing both sides by the coefficient of x, we will get that x equals -1. So the value of x equals -1. The last one, 9 raised to the power 2x minus 5 equals 27. We can write 9 as 3 squared, and the exponential form of 27 is 3 cubed. We will get here that 3 squared all 2x minus 5 equals 3 cubed. We have here two powers, just we will multiply the two powers, apply the exponential rule. We will get 3 raised to the power 2 times 2x, it will be 4x, and 2 times -5, it will be -10, equals 3 raised to the power 3. We will get the same base, then we have here 4x minus 10 equals 3. To find the value of x, we can write the equation here. 4x minus 10 equals 3. Just move 10 to the other side to be added. We will get that 4x equals 3 plus 10 equals 13. Dividing both sides by the coefficient of x, which is 4, we will get that x equals 13 divided by 4 equals 3, and the remainder will be 1 over 4. So the value of x, it will be here 3 and 1 over 4. Next, we have an exercise. You can do it by yourself. Exercise complete. If 5 raised to the power x minus 1 equals 25, then x equals what? If 7 raised to the power x equals 1 over 49, then x equals what? And 8 to the power 2x minus 3 equals 1 over 16 to the power x minus 2, then x equals what? 9 raised to the power 2x plus 3 equals 1 over 27 raised to the power 3x plus 1, then x equals what? Rule 2. Rule 2, if we have an exponential form equals 1, then we will deduce that the power equals 0. Then n equals 0. Why? Because we can write here 1 as a raised to the power 0. Then we have here the same basis. We will deduce that n equals 0. For example, we have here 7 raised to the power x equals 1, then x equals what? And 5 raised to the power x minus 1 equals 1, then x equals what? And 2 raised to the power 4x squared minus 9 equals 1, then x equals what? And so on. Just we will note here that the right hand side is what? Is 1 here. So we can cancel 1 and write 7 raised to the power 0. We will get here that 7 raised to the power x equals 7 raised to the power 0, then x equals 0. This is the first one. The second one, we can cancel 1 and write 5 raised to the power 0. We have here the same base, then x minus 1 equals 0. Just move negative 1 to the other side to be added, then we will get that x equals 1. The second one. The third one, we can cancel 1 and write 9 raised to the power 0. Or we can equate 4x squared minus 9 directly by 0. We will get 4x squared minus 9 equals 0. We know that we have here the difference between two squares. Then we can factorize 4x squared minus 9 equals 0 as 2x plus 3 times 2x minus 3. We will get here that 2x plus 3 equals 0, then 2x equals negative 3. Dividing both sides by 2, we will get that x equals negative 3 over 2. By the same way, we have here 2x minus 3 equals 0, then 2x equals 3, then x equals 3 over 2. Now we have two values of x. The first one, negative 3 over 2, and second one is 3 over 2. The last one, we can cancel 9 and 1 and write 9 raised to the power 0. We have here 9 raised to the power 3x minus 5 equals 9 raised to the power 0. We have here the same base, then just equate the two powers. We have here 3x minus 5 equals 0. We will move 5 to the other side to be added. We have here 5, and dividing both sides by the coefficient of x, we will get that x equals 5 over 3. This is the value of x. So don't forget, if we have here an exponential form equals 1, then this power or this exponent equals what? Equals 0. So don't forget this rule. We have here rule 3. He said if a raised to the power n equals b raised to the power n. We have here two bases are different. If we have two bases are different, then ask yourself, when a is equal to b, if n equals what? If n equals 0, because any number raised to the power 0 equals 1. So if n equals 0 here, then a equals b equals 1. So we will deduce that, and we have here a condition that a is not equal, b are different. We will deduce that n equals 0. For example, if 2 raised to the power x squared minus 9 equals 5 raised to the power x squared minus 9, we note here that we have here two different bases and the same exponent. what is the value of x? To find the value of x, just we will equate the exponent by 0. X squared minus 9 equals 0. This is the difference between two squares. The two squares are x and 3. Now we can here factorize this expression as x times x and plus 3 times negative 3. We can factorize as x plus 3 times x minus 3. We will have x plus 3 equals 0. We deduce that x equals negative 3 and x minus 3 equals 0. We will get that x equals 3. We have here an example. He said solve for x. 2 root 2 raised to the power x plus 2 equals 4. We can write here 2 root 2 as 2 times 2 raised to the power what? 1/2. We studied before that the square root of 2, the radical 2, we can write it as 2 raised to the power 1/2. We will get here 2 times 2 raised to the power 1/2, all the power x plus 2 equals 4. The power x plus 2 is a power of 2 and is a power of 1/2. 2 raised to the power 1/2. We can apply here the multiplication rule. Just add the two exponents. The exponent here is 1. 1 plus 1/2 equals what? Equals 1 and 1/2 equals 3 over 2. We can write it as 3 raised to the power 3 over 2 raised to the power x plus 2 equals 2 squared. We write for as 2 squared the exponential form of 2. We will get, we will multiply the two exponents now. 3 over 2 times x plus 2. We will get here 3 over 2 times x, it will be 3 over 2x, and 3 over 2 times 2, just cancel 2 here, it will be 3. Now we have here the same base, 2 and 2, just we will equate the two powers. We will get the equation 3 over 2 x plus 3 equals 2. Just move 3 to other side to be subtracted. We will get 3x over 2 equals 2 minus 3, and 2 minus 3 equals negative 1. Then 2x over 2 equals negative 1. By cross products we will get 3x equals negative 2. Dividing both sides by the coefficient of x, which is 3, we will get that x equals negative 2 over 3. Next, he said solve for x. 5 raised to the power x plus 1 plus 5 raised to the power x minus 1 equals 26. We can here note that we can find here a common factor between the two terms, which is 5 raised to the power x. We can write 5 raised to the power x plus 1 as 5 raised to the power x times what? Times 5. And we can write 5 raised to the power x minus 1 as 5 raised to the power x times 5 raised to the power negative 1. We can write it as here like 5 raised to the power x times 5 and 5 raised to the power x times 5 negative raised to the power negative 1 equals 26. Now 5 raised to the power x as a common factor, we will get what? 5 plus 5 raised to the power negative 1. Just by division here, 5 raised to the power x times 5 divided by 5 raised to the power x. The remainder will be here 5, and the remainder will be here 5 raised to the power negative 1, and 5 raised to the power negative 1 equals what? Equals 1 over 5. We studied before. We can write here 5 plus 1 over 5, it will be 26 over 5 equals 26. We can solve this equation. Just we will divide both sides by 26 over 5. We will get 5 raised to the power x. 26 divided by 26 over 5, it will be 26 times 5 over 26. It will be 5. Now we have here the same base, 5 and 5. Then what is exponent here? We studied before that any number, its exponent equals what? Equals 1. Then we will get x equals 1. Next, we have here another way to solve this equation. We can make a suppose or make here or let 5 raised to the power x equals y. To make it easier, we can cancel 5 raised to the power x and write y. Then we will get here 5 times y, it will be 5y plus 1 over 5 times y equals 26, and 1 over 5 equals what? Equals 5 raised to the power negative 1, 5 raised to the power x, it will be y. Now we have here the same equation. By the same way, 5y plus 1 over 5y, it will be 26 over 5y. Just we will collect like terms. We will get here dividing both sides by 26 over 5, or multiply both sides by multiplicative inverse of 26 over 5. It will be 5 over 26. We will get that y equals 5. But we said before that y equals 5 raised to the power x. Then we cancel y and write again 5 raised to the power x. We will get here 5 raised to the power x equals 5. Then we have here the same base, 5 and 5. Then the two powers are the same. We will get that x equals 1. Example, solve for x. 2 raised to the power 2x plus 1 minus 9 raised to times 2 raised to the power x plus 1 plus 16 equals 0. We can deduce here that we have here 2 and 16. So this equation is divided by 2. We can divide here by 2 to simplify the equation. We will get here 2 raised to the power x minus 9 times 2 raised to the power x plus 16 divided by 2. It will be 8. By the same way, we can here let 2 raised to the power x equals y. Then we will get the equation. Just here 2 raised to the power 2x, it will be y squared. Just we will here to find 2 raised to the power 2x, just we will square the both sides. We will get here 2 raised to the power 2x, it equals y squared. Then we get y squared minus 9y plus 8 equals 0. We can solve this equation by factoring. We will get here y squared is y times y, and we have here 8 times 1, it will be 8, and their sum equals 9, and the two signs are negative because of the product or the last term is positive. So the two terms here have the sign of the middle term. We will get here that y minus 8 equals 0, then y and or y minus 1 equals 0. The first equation will get y equals 8, but 2 raised to the power x equals y. Then cancel y and write 2 raised to the power x, and we can write 8 as 2 cubed, the exponential form of 8. We will get here the two bases are the same, then x equals 3. By the same way, y equals 1 and y equals 2 raised to the power x. Then we can write 1 as 2 raised to the power 0. Then directly x equals 0. Next, he said solve the system of equations. We have here two exponential equations. The first one, 2 raised to the power x times 7 to the power y equals 28, and the second equation, 2 to the power y times 7 raised to the power x equals 98. To solve the system of equations, we can name the first equation as 1 and name the second as 2. The first step, just we can divide the two equations. Dividing equation number 1 by equation number 2, we will get here, or we will write 2 raised to the power x times 7 raised to the power y equals 28 divided by the second equation. We can here deduce that we have here that same base 2 and 2 and 7 and 7. We can apply here the division rule. Just we will subtract the two indices or the two powers. We will get 2 raised to the power x minus y times 7 raised to the power y minus x equals what? 28 divided by 98. It will be 2 over 7 in the simplest form. We can note here, or we can write here 7 raised to the power y minus x as 1 over 7 raised to the power x minus y. Now we can write it here 2 over 7 raised to the power x minus y equals 2 over 7. Why? Just move it down to be with the negative power. Move 7 down to be the negative power, so we will get 2 raised to the power x minus y times 1 over 7 raised to the power x minus y. We can write it here as 2 over 7 raised to the power x minus y, because we have here a common exponent equals 2 over 7. Now we have here the same base, then we can deduce that the two powers are the same. The power here is what? Is 1. We will get here x minus 1 y equals 1. We can name it equation 3. By the same way, we can multiplying the two equations 1 and 2. When we multiply the two equations 1 and 2, we will get here that 2 raised to the power x times 2 raised to the power y. We will add the two indices or two powers, so it will be 2 raised to the power x plus y times 7 raised to the power x plus y, or y plus x, equals 28 times 98. We will get here this exponential equation. We will get that 2 times 7, we have here the same exponent. This is a common exponent. We can write it here is 2 times 7 equals 14 raised to the power x plus y equals 28 times 98. It will be 14 raised to the power 3, or 14 cubed. To find here the exponential form of this number, 28 times 98, it will be 2744. How can we find the exponential form of this number? By factoring. You can factor this number to its prime factors. This is what number? This is an even number, so it's divisible by 2. We can divide here by 2. Divided by 2 equals 1372. It's divisible by 2 because it's an even number. We will get 686 divided by 2. It will be 343. This number is divisible by 7, equals 49, and 49 divided by 7 equals 7, and 7 divided by 7 equals 1. We will get here 2 times 2 times 2. We can write it here as 2 cubed times 70 cubed. Now we have here 2 cubed times 70 cubed. We have here a common exponent. We can write it here 2 times 7 equals 14, all cubed, or 14 cubed. Then if we have any number and we want to write exponential form and this number is large number, we can use here the prime factorization. Just factorize this number to its prime factors. We will get here that we have here the same base, 14 and 14. Then we will get here x plus y equals what? Equals 3. and we can limit equation 4. If you look at the equation 3 and equation 4, it's easy to solve the system of the linear equations here by adding the two equations. When we add the two equations here to find the value of x and y, just we will get rid of the y variable. We will get x plus x equals 2x equals 1 plus 3 equals 4. We will get here 2x equals 4, dividing both sides by 2, we will get x equals 2. How can we find the value of y? You can here just substitute in equation 1 or in equation 3, or equation 4 by the value of x. When we write here in equation 4, 2 plus y equals 3, 2 plus what equals 3? 2 plus 1. We can find it mentally. Then y equals what? Y equals 1. So we have here x equals 2 and y equals 1. Thank you for watching. See you soon, guys. Thank you.